another video by Comesrex, and today we're going to be reviewing this new Hero Factory mock, and she is a airplane here, as you can see. But before we get to that, I want to remind you that I'm doing a Q&A video for all of you subscribers out there who have decided to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. It means just so much to know that all you guys are interested in seeing these mocks. But I am doing a Q&A video, so I would like you to post your questions on the last update video, which wasn't too long ago, I think. It should be easy enough to find. Go post your questions there, and you have until December 15th to submit your questions. After that, the Q&A video is getting made. So yeah, so back to the review. This is a ship, and it is a female ship. What is this ship's name? The ship's name is Deadeye. So yeah, this is the ship. So here you can see it's fairly simple. It has a triangular shape, as you can see, like right here. It's got some wings, got some red, silver, and gunmetal, some black. Here's a bottom view of the ship, but that's not important down there. So let's move on to the top, which is a top view. See, it's pretty well covered, except like right in this area here. It could have used a little bit more there, but there's not really any way I could get more there. So it is what it is. Here's like 360 view. Have your thrusters here, which kind of point out to the side, but they have some. You can see it from back here, so it's not that big of a deal. One of the things that's kind of annoying on this thing for me is that it mostly rests on the head down here in these horns, and for whatever. Oh, well, now you want to do it. It's generally a little hard to get this thing like balanced. Like you can see, it's kind of leaning down over to this side. Maybe that's just how things arranged. But whatever the case, this thing just rests on the head, and so you're not. It's going to take some time to get it to just rest completely flat. But it is a fairly straightforward ship. It's a fairly simple ship. I have this nice rib cage up here with the hands, some bones here, which I did use a couple of bionicle parts on here just because. Of their specific parts to give a specific look, but yeah, got your red mostly back here and here, and the rest is black, silver, and gunmetal. I do like the ship. It's just kind of simple. It's not like the biggest standout ever, but it does look cool. I mean, like I said, it's just not all that special. I mean, it's this. I mean, how many times have we seen this particular shape? I do like how the wings kind of go forward instead of going backwards like this. I mean, I could just have them straight out like that, but I did it like this. They have some movement in them, obviously at this ball joint, so you can do a couple things. They have a little bit of up and down wiggle room like this. So just be careful of that in case you knock it out of place. Here's from the side of your feet back here. Gappy, it's got some gaps in it like usual. But that's just because it's CCBS, and that's just how things go. But yeah, these are just kind of here. Like I said, these are thrusters. They just kind of rest on the legs back here. This is just kind of here. It's like a flap sort of thing, just to help cover up the back. It does a pretty good job, an okay job. Kind of sticks out like this, so gives the thing like a nice sleek look as you go over it. But yeah, it's just a simple thing, not all that special. So why don't we just get to transformation? So first thing you want to do is flip this up. Then you want to split the hands, and you're going to straighten them out like this, and like that. Next, what you want to do, let's see, pull out the legs, like so. And spin the feet around. That they're where they should be, like so. So there you have the legs. These can just kind of come like this, like so. Then this spins around and comes down, like so. Now let's angle up, and then just kind of put her over here, like so. Alright, so this, you're just going to flip. Here, let me bring this down more, and then just kind of flip this like that. And this is just going to rest onto the back. It's going to stick out a little bit, but it's not really much you can do about that. let's see, turning it forward, put the arms down, move the wings back, get the arms down there, like so. There we have it. So pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up at this bone piece which is connected to the main body. You can just kind of spin things around and then pull them back like this, that the wings are resting on the sides. Do that on both sides. It's kind of a tough process to do it, but you'll get it. So the back should look like this. And I accidentally popped off a horn, or whatever these are supposed to be. And then you can pull the head up and spin it around. Then you're going to flip the horns out. Let's see, like this. And like this. So, there it is. There is Deadeye, not Deadshot, in her robot mode. So yeah, looking quite bony, I guess. That was just terrible. I shouldn't have even tried. But yeah, here she is. So time for 360. So you can see just how she looks. She has all this on her back. Fortunately, it's like movable and stuff, so you can kind of flatten these out just a little bit. They just kind of sit right on the back, just like this. Just kind of out of the way. You see I have all this stuff down here. And yeah, fairly straightforward mock. It's one of the simpler ones out of you know, my mocks in general. But it's still a good looking mock. And while there's nothing like strikingly feminine about it, I think you can kind of get that sense from her. But it's just not like super apparent like it was on Golly. But yeah, so here she is. Pretty straightforward, like I said. You have all this stuff back here like these. This is planned and yet not planned. It just kind of turned out like this. Like when all this stuff was starting to end up on her back, I kind of developed the idea that she has a jetpack on her back, or that, you know, because she's a bounty hunter. So one of her main tools, inspired by Jango Fett, is a jetpack. So it's on her back. And so here it is on her back. You have your wings here, which are folded up, and then these are the thrusters like they were in vehicle mode. This one is just kind of there because. So yeah, it still looks cool. I think it's a good concept. It's kind of Jango Fett inspired. But yeah, let's go over the articulation before we move on to anything else. So the head can look down, can look up, about this far because of the horns and all the stuff on her back. Or I'm not even sure what I should call these. I mean, these horns are like ponytails or whatever, because she's kind of an alien type thing. But yeah, so you can also look left and right. You got your tilt like normal, and then her shoulders can move up about this far because of the chest plates and this right here, so only that far. It's kind of disappointing, especially when she's wielding her gun back here, because you kind of need a little bit more than that, but you can't get it. So you can move forward, back, you know, you have your twist. Things do kind of run into each other when you go forward, and not so much back because of this drone piece. So you can see this just kind of running into that, unfortunately. The arms can bend about more than 90 degrees, so about that much. They can also rotate because there's a ball joint in the elbow, which I put there. Also for her gun wielding, because she kind of needed that to get the like dynamics I wanted. The hand has pretty much all the articulation, though I do find that with these bone pieces that you get a little bit less going this way than with the normal regular CCBS bones that you can put armor on. But yeah, the legs go forward, they can go back. If you clear things out the way, they can go back pretty far, maybe about this far if you just move things out the way. They can rotate, they go in, out, bend at the knee a little bit more than 90 degrees, and then you have all your foot stuff, except it's a little bit limited fold forward, not fold word. that sounds weird. Anyway, so that's the articulation. So yeah, pretty straightforward figure. I'm not sure what to call these up on her head, the little Kulta horns. I guess they're ponytails, but she's kind of an alien, so who knows? I mean, I invented her, but you know, it's just controversy and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, the story behind this one would be that let's start with just herself. So she was a crossbreed between two aliens. You know, in the Hero Factory universe, they don't really have like humanoid aliens, not that I've seen anyway. They're all like robotic type things. So let's say it was a crossbreed of two robotic type organism things. And so this is what it produced. One of her parents had like a skull dead kind of look, though she wasn't dead. And then the other parent had like more fleshy look. So she kind of got a little bit of both. What happened was her parents were killed for absolutely no reason, because like gangs and stuff and like crime stuff, and so crime stuff, they killed her parents for no reason, and so she's left all alone. So she grew up, became tough, and eventually became a bounty hunter. But what's different about her from like a lot of other bounty hunters is that she'll only like, it depends on what the job is. Like if you ask her to go kill someone, she might do that if she thinks that, you know, it's the right thing to do. Like say maybe guy A was like had money stolen from him secretly by guy B. If guy A hires her to go get guy B, then she won't fall over. She'll go get guy B. But let's say guy A says go kill guy B just because he feels like it. She'll be like, no way, go find someone else. So it's kind of like that. It's not like a complete moral thing. Like if she thinks someone's wronged someone else, then she'll work for the person who's been wronged. But it's not like a whole moral thing, you know, like she's like still helping like criminals and whoever is paying her, but it's, I guess, less of just go do what I say because I'm paying you. She puts a little bit more of her own, like, I guess, you know, judgment in there with what she does. But that's the story of her. So what brings you into the Hero Factory universe? The leader of Hero Factory, who is now Furno in my made-up universe in the future, he was like tired of waiting because they really hadn't done much against Surge and his like beasts. So he decided that they really needed to find Surge. So he went out and hired the second best bounty hunter in the galaxy. Hint, hint. Yeah, so he hired her, and then he told her to go and find Surge. He didn't give her much detail, so she agreed, but she ended up like investigating and stuff. She did end up finding them because she's like a tracker, and she's got a good amount of strategy type stuff in her. So yeah. So she like found them, and she had like a battle with Deadshot. So then after discovering more information, not sure where to go from there, but she like discovered where Surge and his beasts were hiding out. So she found that, and then she went in to like check it out and got caught by Deadshot because he's like the #1 bounty hunter. So it's #1 versus #2. They prove a pretty equal match because she's more strategic and he's a better gunner. He is more robotic. He's more robotic and has some of his personality left over. Her. That's all you need to know. But yeah, it was kind of a battle. So what happened was she found out more about the situation, and so she ended up just disappearing altogether. Inferno never discovered what even happened. So yeah, it was kind of a fail for Furno and the Hero Factory. But yeah, that's her story. So she found them, fought Deadshot, found out all the truth stuff, and then she just kind of disappeared, went off the radar for a while. So yeah, so with that said, let's go ahead and move on to her jetpack. Like I said earlier, it's kind of a jetpack type thing, where you have your boosters here, and then this. So the jetpack does kind of get in the way. It's kind of hard to maneuver with all the stuff back here. But if you do it right, then you can get kind of a nice look. You just have to kind of move this out of the way, and then just position this however you like. When she's not using it, I kind of like pulling these in more closer to her body, and then when she is, I like fanning them out like this to kind of display that she's using the thrust. You can use these wings with the jetpack. You can just kind of pull them up like this, and so they can be wings if you really want to. I do like that look. I think it's cool that she has like wings and the boosters. But with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at her weapon, which this was a disaster to build in that Let's Build. Hopefully that doesn't go up, you know, and be like this, like half, like when filming, like half of the video was just me trying to figure out how to put this together. I probably edited a lot of that out just because that took a long time. But it's a super long rifle. Have your sights here with the double one here and the single. So let's see if I can do this right. Yeah, like that. So you aim like that. Then this is just for looks, I guess. Have your little thing back here, I guess. I'm not really familiar with all the parts of a gun. You have your handles and your trigger. There's some part called the stock. There's a body of the gun, barrel, and the sights. That's about the extent of what I know of guns. But yeah, it's a super long rifle. Because she's kind of that type of person who would carry this. It's her primary weapon. I was thinking about giving her maybe a bladed weapon, but I didn't end up doing that. Just the rifle for now. And she proves to be a okay match against Deadshot. He's just better than her overall with his skills. Because not only is he a great bounty hunter, but you know, now he's been augmented by beast DNA, so he's faster and smarter. And what remains of his personality is still, you know, there, which gives him the other edge. He's good with a lot of weapons. He's a really good gunner, so yeah. She's good, but she's not like that level good. So what I like to do is kind of get her hands up here. One hand holds the back like this. The other is turned 90 degrees from my other hand, and there you have it. There's the gun. I find when she's holding this, it's kind of hard to maneuver her hands the way I want them to be, unfortunately, but, you know, it works. There's some poses I just have, like, a really hard time getting her into with the gun. Like, trying to get her to look down the sights, that's really challenging because of how much articulation she has. It's just, I mean, I tried moving the handles, like, farther apart, and then, like, this is a closer way I had it, like this. It's just, I just find it difficult to get her into those poses, like trying to get her to aim down the sights. It's just really hard. I don't know why. I tried the handles being closer like they are now, I tried them being farther. It's just so challenging. But yeah, it's pretty basic, you know. I mean, the construction, I guess that's considered basic. For me, that's like really hard, especially since it's not on any instructions. But yeah, I do especially like posing her with her gun, like, and just holding it, standing there looking cool. And then, you know, she can fly, so she can be up there in the air just shooting down at you. It's definitely cool. One pose I tried, just to demonstrate how hard things are, was trying to get her to point this like at the ground. It's not working too well. The most I can get is like this, and that's not exactly what I wanted. But what is what is. I mean, if you build this, you can try and see if you can get the gun to be a little bit more posable when in her hands, but this is about the extent I could get. But that's about all I have to say. That's all I have for the story and stuff. So on that note, small little update with the Bionicle mocks. Now that I've finished King Dark Tahu, the Bionicle mocks would be more at a like trickle pace, since, you know, not like the series, but this year's ended, and so there's not really much more I can go into. I could create a whole custom story and stuff, because that's possible, but, you know, for now, it's consider it kind of on vacation, I guess, so I can finish with my Hero Factory mocks and just wait till the next year. But yeah, guys, so that's Comesrex, and thank you guys for watching. Please do like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to submit your questions on the last update video by December 15th, and see you guys later.